Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today is channel update number 6, and as you may have seen from my socials, this video has actually gone through a bit of a change, so I'm kind of re-recording this intro just to explain what that change is and the reason why it is and what's been taken out of the original channel update, what's been left in from that channel update. So yeah, I just thought this would be a nice little intro to explain all that. So originally channel update number 6 was going to be kind of like a 2024 year in review thing. So at the end of 2023 I did channel update number 3, which was kind of a similar thing for 2023 where I kind of just went through what had happened during the year and stuff, you know, my mental health and things like that. So I was going to do a similar thing for 2024, but the difference was that I was going to do it as a reaction. So I reacted to that original channel update number 3 and kind of just compared and contrasted with, you know, what I think went well, what I think didn't, you know, what I think's been better, what I think's been worse, and, you know, kind of get a bit of a comparison and put things into perspective in a way, which, yeah, I thought would be a good way to kind of go over everything. So there's a reason why I decided to change that, and I'll go into that in a moment, but essentially the first 2 hours 20 minutes of this video have been excised. They're not being used anymore. I still have them, you know, so maybe, who knows, maybe we'll do a director's cut one day, but you probably won't want to see it anyway. So it's really only 25 minutes of footage that's left, which was some stuff at the end, which I'll talk about what that is in a moment. But the thing I wanted to talk about in this intro is, it might seem like a bit of a random thing to bring up with this, but what my biggest fear is. So I think a lot of people who know me, they probably say trypanophobia, which if you Google what that is a fear of needles, which, yeah, it's true. I have trypanophobia. I essentially don't like being stabbed with things that cause me pain, really. So I don't like blood tests. I can, like, have, like, jabs and stuff and injections, so I managed to have, like, my COVID jabs and stuff like that. I think it was, like, when I was younger, like, my MMR ones or something. It's mainly kind of blood tests that I don't do well with. I probably wouldn't do well with, like, tattoos and piercings as well. Even though I may be tempted from, you know, Elise and Sam's tattoos, I may be tempted to get a tattoo one day myself and kind of, you know, beat that fear in a way. But that's kind of more my biggest tangible fear, I think. Like, you know, for example, if you have, like, arachnophobia, fear of spiders, or calrophobia, fear of clowns, or ornithophobia, like fear of birds, or mesophobia, fear of mastication, which is not what you think it is. It's actually, that's the chewing sounds a mouth makes, not that dirty-minded thing. So that's more my biggest tangible fear, is trypanophobia, that fear of needles, mainly blood tests, I would say. But I don't really think that's my biggest fear overall. I think my biggest fear overall is, and it's kind of ironic, but it's loss. I fear losing people, which I say it's ironic because I have lost many people over my life. Weirdly enough, not through death. You know, you'd think that that would be kind of the bigger thing. In a way, with me, it's more that I've lost people who are still alive. I've lost people who, for many different reasons, have decided they don't want to be in my life anymore. You know, from a lot of mistakes I've made in the past to when I've become depressed, they haven't wanted to, you know, spend time with me anymore because the depression's too much for them to deal with or to handle, or they just had enough of it. I've genuinely had people say that at times. So I've lost a lot of people over my life, and I fear about losing more, which is the reason why I've taken out the first 2 hours 20 minutes of this channel update, because I was speaking to one of my friends recently, and they told me two things. I'll just actually get it up to get the exact quote. So this friend, it was about a month ago, I think we were basically talking about kind of like social media and stuff, and at one point they said these two things. The first one was, if you don't want to see negativity, don't create it, and the other thing is, you are in control of what you post. Which, the second one I've kind of been a little bit iffy on, because I feel like with some of the things that I post, it's kind of like, it's less of a choice, really, because I think it was the whole idea that, oh, you know, I can choose whatever I post, and it's like, it's kind of not really much of a choice, because it's either I post it or it stays in my head, so it's kind of like, can you really call that a choice? But I think, regardless of my opinion on that or anything, I think it's the point is that I am very worried that people who I know in my life, or just general people in my audience as well, but I think more the people that I'm closest to in my life, are eventually going to get tired of this, essentially, all the stuff going on in my head. They're going to get tired of the depression, they're going to get tired of dealing with it, and having to deal with me being sad and upset all the time, and talking about a load of really dark and nasty and disturbing stuff. that I'm having to think about and go through in my life. And I think it's just going to slowly wear them down to the point where they're going to have to detach and leave, which is not what I want, and I'm very worried and scared that that's going to happen, I'll be honest. And I imagine a lot of these friends and stuff might say, that'll never happen. I've been told that before. I've been told that by many friends before, that they'd never leave, and even with one of my closest friends, I remember they said they'd never leave, and yeah, I haven't talked to them in like a year now, maybe even over a year. So yeah, like, even if you want to say that, like, I feel like everyone has their own breaking point, I think, and I don't want to reach that breaking point. So that's the reason why this first section was removed, because essentially it was 2 hours and 20 minutes of me going through a therapy session, essentially, going through loads of different problems, loads of different negative shit, and I just don't think that's what we need on the channel. And to be honest, it isn't a channel update anymore. I even say it in the video, like, it's barely a channel update at this point, because it's not actually updating the channel, it's updating me. It's more of a life update in a way, which I guess is fine, but it's like, that's not really what these are meant to be. They're meant to be channel updates about the channel. I think there's also partially a thing as well, because I think a lot of people would say, like, I shouldn't kind of mask my depression. I shouldn't, I shouldn't try and hide things. I shouldn't not say when I'm not okay. And I do agree with that. I think that is still something I need to do. I still need to tell people when I'm not okay. I think I need to get better at that, actually, because I'm very good at doing that over text-based means, less good at it in person. I think in person, whenever I'm out with people and stuff, I need to get better at being comfortable to say I'm not okay. So I think that's definitely a thing I still need to do. I think the thing I need to change is that I need to stop telling people why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Not necessarily for everything, but another thing which I've seen from some friends recently is that they keep saying things like, I don't know how to help, or I can't say anything else on this, or I'm not qualified to deal with this, which I completely understand and agree with. And so I think it's more of a thing that not saying that I'm not okay, not revealing that I'm upset or something, but just not saying the reasons if there's nothing they can do to actually help. Because I think with a lot of the problems I have, people want to try and find a solution. And I think the problem is a lot of those problems don't have a solution. The solution is therapy, which I do get into in the channel update recording. However, I've taken that bit out as well, because it's a lot, to be honest. It's been a lot for me to deal with. It's been a lot for, everything. So I just don't really think it's needed. But essentially, a lot's happened with that. I'm kind of on a track to hopefully maybe get something in 2025. But that's the thing. The only solution is really therapy. So instead of kind of burdening all this stuff onto my friends and just saying, like, all the problems I have, I think instead of saying, hey, I'm not doing great, I'm feeling upset, I'm feeling whatever I'm feeling, instead what they can do is, instead of trying to find a solution, is give me a bit of encouragement. Give me a bit of support, just like general support, nothing specific. Give me a hug, like things like that can genuinely really help. Just give me a bit of company, a bit of a distraction, kind of change the conversation, talk about something happier, like I feel like that is a more positive and more constructive way to move forwards, which is going to put less of a burden on the people I love the most. Because as I said, I fear losing all of them. It's happened before. I don't want it to happen again, especially since the friends that I have now are probably the closest friends I've ever had. And yeah, I am absolutely petrified to lose them. And so that's why this channel update's been changed a lot. So the bit that's been kept in is actually the nice stuff. So at the end of the video, and at the end of the channel update 3 as well, I did kind of like an honourable mentions thing where I essentially talk about all the people who have really helped me in my life, and I think for this year especially, the people who've helped me get through this year. I didn't go over the channel update 3 ones again. There is a little special surprise of one of them at the start of this bit of the recording, but then I go into all these people, basically the people I don't want to lose. So there's just like a lot of nice, lovely, kind messages that I have for people who have really genuinely helped me get through this year, and I probably, let's just be real, I probably still wouldn't be here without them. I will warn you, some of these might get a bit emotional. There is one especially where I nearly tear up on the recording, and I nearly teared up even more on the editing of it. Yeah, there is a quite emotional moment, and obviously the people involved may feel that too. I hope it doesn't upset you too much, but it's all nice stuff, honestly, and yeah, it's just really just trying to show appreciation for these absolutely amazing people I have in my life. I mean, since the recording of that channel update as well, I think I did it a couple of weeks ago. Like, it was on the... In fact, I think it was exactly, looking at my date now, I think it was exactly 10 days ago, before Christmas. And yeah, even in those 10 days, a lot has changed. Some bad stuff, but also a lot of good stuff as well. Some very surprising stuff that I didn't expect to be talking to friends about and stuff, which has been lovely. Really kind for those friends who let me confide in them with that. There's only a couple, but thank you. That's maybe might possibly be revealed in 2025. We'll see. The closest that I've had with some of my friends, even over like the Christmas period, I've finally been able to enjoy Christmas. That's an update. There we go. That's a positive update I can give you in my life. Yeah, I actually managed to enjoy Christmas despite having a pretty awful December, apart from the Alton House Christmas visit I did with Elise and Sam. Thank you for that. That was lovely. But yeah, despite a really pretty terrible December, I actually had a very nice Christmas and Boxing Day and kind of that period and stuff, and that was thanks to a lot of these friends. But I think just one kind of final note is all these people I'm about to mention mean everything to me. I think they are all very strong and capable and loving and kind and really supportive people who deserve all the love in the world that they can get, and I want to try and give them that love and support myself back. I think especially with a couple of people who I'll mention. I think they are the last ones I mention on this list. I don't think there's anything I could do to repay them, to be honest. They've been everything for me this year. So anyway, I will stop rambling in this intro now. I'll give myself a little bit less to edit, and I hope you enjoy the next 25 minutes of wholesome saying thank you to people. And there are a few little channel updates in there as well. Little things just to update you on the channel. So anyway, back to Past James. Thank you for that. And then for a last thank you, which I'm actually going to have to get up from the chair. Oh, this is a good thing. I can't do that thank you this time because she's not in the room, but we'll watch it here again anyway because it's adorable. And turn on the lights because a big thank you. I'm not going to say the biggest thank you. You've all been brilliant people, but big thank you to you, Phoebe. My adorable little baby. How is this the one bit of the video that's going to make me cry? God damn it. She's adorable. Look at her. It's actually going to make me cry. God damn it. You're so cute, even though you keep trying to bite me sometimes. She does. You are an adorable little baby. And you've been keeping me sane for this past year, so thank you very much. Do you want to give me a kiss? It's actually going to make me cry, god damn it. Just look at her. Phoebe and Winnie. I don't know where Winnie is right now. She's probably downstairs. But being a derp. Yeah, these two cats have been keeping me sane for the past year, and yeah, I love them so much. It's kind of like the only physical contact I get with anyone or anything. I don't really... Fortunately, I've had more of that this year, which has been nice. But yes, the cats give a lot of that. I get physical contact from people because I'm usually alone. So yeah, my cats really help with that. They're so adorable. Let's just get you on. Stop it. Also taxidermy badger in the background, which is now gone, but god damn it. Yeah, cute little cat stuff. Anyway, so I think that's pretty much everything on my list. Sorry if this has been incredibly rambly. I just thought it would be a nice kind of thing just to end there. Oh, trust me, it's not going to be as rambly as this one. Guarantee. I'm actually having to like wipe my eyes. Jesus Christ. Phoebe, you're too cute. Yeah. Almost like to relieve a load of baggage as well and just hopefully go into 2024 with a fresh new perspective and take, I guess. You know, new fresh content, you know, which actually might be out on time for once. Hopefully I can keep myself busy with that and yeah, just hopefully try and have a better year, hopefully. And I guess it's kind of like a New Year's video. I'm hoping to try and get it out New Year's Day or No, doesn't happen. New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, because it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. If I can get the edit done quick. I left it way too late to record this. But I think it's because I wanted to do it after Christmas Day as well, where this year I'm like, no, I'll do it before. Enough, I might be able to get it out New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, or whenever I get it out, but I guess that's the answer, that's the correct one. Kind of like a end of year video, so I hope everyone else has had a better year than I have. And they probably did. Yeah, I just hope that everyone has a good year next year. We've got a lot of stuff to be excited for. Nemesis, Retrack, Hyperia. If I'm not pissed off at Thought Park still, it's fine. I'm sure I'll be fine at some point with them. I didn't go, so I would have liked to. But I would like to go and do it at some point, even though the theming for Hyperia I'm just kind of very meh on. I think having done Icon, I'm gonna love Hyperia, like just that airtime and stuff. As long as I don't do it in the rain like I did on Icon last time. God, that was that was not great. You know, probably I've got a new Scare event that I'll be going to next year as well. Tully's Oktoberfest. Hopefully more meetups. Hopefully, you know, get to know more people, which would be great. Oh yes, I do get to do that, absolutely, and I will mention some of those people in a moment. And get to know the people who I already know better, which would be really nice. You know, maybe get to meet up with a few of them, which would be great. But yeah, just hopefully we can all have a better year. I know the past few years in general, you know, have been terrible. You know, we've had a pandemic, we've had... That's the thing I kind of find funny is when people said about like all the years of the pandemic, oh my god, they said it's like weird and it's crazy times. I'm just like, no, it's shit. Like, let's just say it as it is. It was a shit time. It was terrible, it was awful, many people died. Like, yeah, you know, people just say, oh my god, it's crazy and it's weird and it's strange times. Like, no, it was a shit time. It was awful. And I think pretty much since then, things have just been getting worse and worse in ways. So, yeah. I think, though, actually comparing... I mean, I'll say in a moment, but yeah, I think comparing this year and last year, not as bad as I thought. Cost of living, we've had wars going on. We get more wars. Ugh. Like, it literally feels like the end of the world at this point. But, you know, God knows what's going to happen in 2024. But, yeah, just hopefully... You don't want to know what happens in 2024, mate. Hopefully we can all get through it together. I don't know. But, anyway, I've been rambling on for long enough. This is over double the length of the last channel update, by the way. So and this one's going to be over double the length of this one, I imagine. This is going to be incredibly fun to edit. But, yeah, I guess until 2024, me and... Stop it. Goodbye. No, she just wants to bite me. She bit me. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, till 2024, I guess I will see you next time. Bye. And then this is the last bit. All the people I've mentioned in this video, and all the ones I'm probably going to mention in this one as well, mean the world to me. You are the only reason I've managed to make it to 2024. You have all saved my life. Thank you. Which I can agree with that sentiment of... the reason I've managed to make it to 2025, if I, yeah, hopefully, I'm pushing through. But yeah, like it's the same sentiment. I absolutely like. It's not me who's getting me through it; it's everyone else, which I think is the kind of thing. Is like I don't want it to be that case anymore. I want it to be me getting me through it rather than other people having to drag me along. God damn it, we've been going for 2 hours and 4 minutes. I think there's a lot of that I can cut out, hopefully. I know at the moment I'm editing the Walton Files, the 5th video I'm doing on it. I keep not wanting to say the Walton Files 5 because otherwise it's like saying, oh, it's going to be Walton Files 5 Faces of Grief. No, it's the 5th episode of me covering the entire series. But yeah, I'm editing that one at the moment. I think there's a lot that I can cut out of that. I think it's the same with this one. I think there's a load I can cut out of it. But yeah, I think overall doing a comparison that I think it's last year was very similar to this year. Like, I think this year some things were better than last year. I think some things this year were worse than last year. But I think it all kind of balances out around the same, really. So finally, to a few channel updates. Yeah, we're actually getting into the channel update part of this. So... live streaming, I think I've talked about this enough. I'm doing live streams now, yeah, on any of the gaming stuff really, or any kind of reactions to like maybe Scarefest lineups, or speculation for Scarefest or Scare events, or whatever I want to talk about. Maybe even some theme park news stuff. Might even get into that, who knows. And then things like the Walton Files and like vlogs and stuff, they're going to be proper videos on the channel, proper edited ones. So with the next live streams I'll be doing, they will have already happened by the time this video's up, but I'm planning on doing like one this Friday hopefully, so you know I can kind of rest tomorrow and then Friday I can have a live stream. Doing one on next Monday. I thought maybe like Christmas Eve, but the problem is I think everyone will be busy on Christmas Eve, but then also doing one on Boxing Day as well, because I feel like on that evening less people will be busy, more people could come and tune in. And then just live streams maybe once or twice a week, going through to the new year hopefully. So yeah, that should be exciting. It just means I can interact with people more. It's been really nice genuinely to do that, and yeah, it's been lovely. The other thing is I got a new look. You may have seen it in the Christmas video. This is part of it. I mean, I'm looking on OBS at the moment. It doesn't look as purple. It's a nice purple colour. It's really cozy, this as well. And I've got, as well as you would have seen, the kind of long teal coat, which I'm absolutely in love with. And it's also, I believe we got it from Debenhams, I think. And originally the price was like, in fact, I'm going to check this because I actually took a screenshot of it. So the price was originally 129 quid. I managed to get it for £45.15. 65% discount, which was crazy. And I think it's genuinely actually cheaper than the normal black coat that I had, because that one I believe got off eBay for like 50 quid, so it's actually cheaper. But yeah, it was just an early Christmas present. Same with this, which originally I was going to reveal in this video. You know, I was actually just going to come out from over there and you know, with the coat on, it's like, ooh. But when I went to go and see Elise and Sam, I wanted to give them a little bit of a surprise, so I unveiled it in that video. A little bit more kind of low-key than kind of a big reveal of it on this, but I thought I might as well wear this for this one. The coat's downstairs at the moment, getting the buttons sewn back on, because yeah, they've started to go loose. I think that just happens with any coat I get, to be honest. But yeah, that's a new look. I think just honestly just trying to bring a bit more colour into my life, even though I might still be feeling just as shit. I don't know, it brings a bit more colour in. As I mentioned, my two favourite colours, teal and purple. It's on the rings. It's in the look now as well. You know, obviously still wearing like some blacks as well, but just, you know, just trying to add a little bit more colour in, which is really nice. And I'm thinking trying to get some more bits for my outfit as well. There's like in the Curse Alton Manor shop, they've got like that purple t-shirt. Like purple's my second favourite colour. Maybe trying to get that as well, you know, you know, try and make a bit of an effort to try and look a bit more happy in a way, and you know, just wear the things I like to wear. So yeah, and that coat is so warm as well. On the Christmas event, it was lovely and cozy when buttoned up. And then the final update is to do with Ghost Coaster. I just thought I might mention them. So that's the kind of group I've joined with Elise and Sam. We're probably not as busy at the moment just because obviously Scare Season isn't on, but yeah, it's essentially almost like Scare Seekers, but a YouTube channel and with two different people, really. And I don't really feel like I'm the front runner of it. I think it's more Elise who's kind of been driving it forward. She's been doing an amazing job with it, and Sam as well, with some of his photography and stuff and filming, being in some of the reviews for it as well, which has been really lovely to see. But yeah, it's just essentially us going around to scare events, doing little scare related videos, and hopefully having a good time together doing it. At the moment, some of the videos out on that Elise is doing, she's doing some like scare review things. She's already done one for the attic where it's just kind of going a bit more in depth. I believe she's also going to be wearing like a costume or an outfit for each one as well that relates to each thing. So yeah, that's that'll be really exciting to see how she keeps doing them. I believe the next one she might be recording is Amigos in the Afterlife, so that might be up by the time this video is up. I can't wait to see her Altonville one as well, to see what she dresses up with that. I think a bit of Miss Dorothea might be coming out in that. But yeah, go and subscribe to Ghost Coaster and go and follow us on the socials. I believe we're on Instagram. I think it might just be Instagram actually, and then YouTube and stuff. So yeah, go and follow us on there, and yeah, hopefully you'll see some more scare related content throughout the year, and obviously leading up to Scare Season. Into my kind of honourable mentions of just people I want to thank. As I skipped this in the main kind of channel update 3 just because I'm going to mention them here anyway, and I just don't want to repeat myself. So the first one is Joe, as I always say, my partner in Scares. Didn't manage to see you as much this year, but you know, it was really nice in the times when I did. The Alton Towers in April, I think it was like April 30th. We saw each other, which was lovely. Managed to see you in the morning there. Then we got to see each other obviously at Tully's, which was great. Getting to do those mazes with you was really nice. Really, honestly lovely. And then also at Blackpool as well later this year. Yeah, it was just, you know, it was chucking it down all day, but we still managed to have a good time. And you know, went to go and see the Panto and stuff. Got to see some of the illuminations. A little bit underwhelming, not gonna lie. I think not even because we didn't get to see them all. I think just genuinely, I think I just expected more from them. But to be honest, it was mainly the company that day. I think with a lot of these, it's the company really, and yeah, just getting to see you again, bud. Hopefully we get to see each other in the new year. I hope you like the Christmas present that I got you, by the way. It's a lovely little Christmas present that I managed to get. Then there's Mike and Stace, which has been, you know, lovely to spend the year with them again. Going on to the thematically speaking live streams with Scare Seekers Undertow. I believe they're not doing as many live streams now. I think they might be starting them back up maybe next year or something when they got a bit more time. I understand how busy they are, but yeah, just thanks for inviting me to things, you know, things like we got to hang out on opening day, then Oktoberfest and stuff, obviously the socials, which was really nice to finally be invited on them, the Howl as well. I know that the three of us weren't really doing as well on that evening, but yeah, it was really nice to still be invited and see you guys again. Missed you a lot and still miss you guys. Would love to see you again at some point. Then the Joneses, coasting with the Joneses. Yeah, again, lovely to spend time with you this year. You got me to Blackpool Pleasure Beach finally, which was great. Also got to stay over at yours as well, get to see the cats like Atari and Indy and Nemi, which is, I think Atari really like me, you know. I think I just kind of attract black cats in a way, so adorable. and getting to see Darcy's collection as well in her room, which was lovely. I forgot to mention as well, actually, with Mike and Stacey, I got to stay over at theirs earlier this year as well before opening day at Towers. Got to see the piggies as well, the little guinea pigs, which was lovely. Love Ember, and I love Angelica as well, and Winter and Autumn. They're so nice. And getting to go into Matlock with Stace for one of the days as well, getting to go to Punny Jukes, which is lovely, go and get a chippy. But with the Joneses, just lovely to see you guys. Thanks for giving me so many lifts this year as well, like to the Pirate event, to Alton Towers Oktoberfest, gave me a lift back as well, to the Love to Explore socials, to Blackpool as well. So many lifts to so many places, can't thank you enough for that. Been really, really helpful for me. And also just playing on the Minecraft server as well on the Switch, which has been lovely. Hopefully we can do more of that in future. And then there's Chloe, of course. I had to get a mention of her in this. Got to interact with her a lot more this year, especially on the Ghost Tour, which has been nice. I just got to thank her for that as well, and thanks for talking to me and stuff in the background. As I say, you message me more usually than I message you, and I really do appreciate that, because it's just nice to have someone to keep in touch, really. And I remember on the last Ghost Tour as well, you gave me a lift back to the station as well, and which was really nice, because it made me feel a lot safer as well, which was lovely. And just meeting up with me beforehand, just getting to have that social interaction, especially on the last one, where for some reason my signal stopped working on my phone, so I got really stressed about that, and had like a massive anxiety thing before that. So it was just really nice of you just to talk with me before the tour and stuff, and just give me some really good runs of that. I definitely need to see you as the Ghost at some point, hopefully in January maybe. Just thank you for being great. Thank you for being the best cheerleader in the Altonville High squad. Then there's Marley. Thanks again, Marley. We managed to meet up at the the Empire of Death premiere in London, which granted, Empire of Death was a bit disappointing, but spending time with you wasn't. It's just been lovely just to talk all Doctor Who things. Have you joined in the live streams as well, which has been really nice. We also got to bring out Sutek as well at the cinema, which was really awesome. Just getting to talk about loads of Doctor Who stuff has been really nice, so thanks for that. And again, I think I mentioned in the channel update 3 was like with a lot of these people, including Marley, just being able to talk about my mental health stuff, and you try and support as best as possible, so thanks for that. Then there's Laura W, which I believe I mentioned her in the channel update 3 as well. Managed to actually meet her this year as well, the Twisted Vengeance event, which was lovely. I didn't vlog that bit, I think I mentioned her afterwards, but we got to meet up, which was lovely. I believe she's actually getting a car soon as well, so that means she might be able to do Towers a bit more, so would love to meet up with you again, especially within like the last couple of weeks. You've been helping as well with like having someone to talk to as well. I know you're quite the artist as well, so being able to like show my sketches and stuff on some things that I've been working on has been lovely. So thank you for that, and give Barry some cuddles as well. He is adorable. Not Barry the worm, Barry the cat, who I didn't realise wasn't your cat, your parents' cat, but he's adorable. Please cuddle him, and when you next see him, and send me some lovely pictures, because he's adorable. And then someone who I don't really think I mentioned much, but there's someone called Donna, who's on she's on like socials, on like Twitter and Instagram and Threads and stuff, and I think on Blue Sky now as well. She's someone who got in touch with me from seeing my, I think similar to kind of like to Laura W, where seeing my posts and got in touch with me. And she has been a massive help in the background, and I've never met her, really, not really interacted too much outside of that, but she's been a massive help. So I don't know whether she'll see this, but thank you, Donna, for helping me out with all that stuff on some really dark and really difficult nights. You've managed to help me through that, so I can't thank you enough. So thank you for helping out with that. And last but not least, a big change with my year has been Elise and Sam. You may have noticed the latter part of this year they've been in the videos quite a bit, and that's because they've been a massive change for this year. Obviously not to put them above any of the rest of the people on this list. I love everyone just as much, but it has been like a massive change to have them in my life this year. We met first at the first Love to Explore social I did, so I really kind of have to thank you, Mike and Stacey, for inviting me to that, because otherwise I probably never would have got in touch with Elise and Sam at all. But since then, You know, we met up at the Man of Madness event where you really helped me out, because I remember that morning I was feeling awful, and I remember Elise just came over, gave me like a bit of a side hug, and yeah, we managed to enjoy the rest of the day as well. Got to see Kieran as well, who's the other member of Drayton Talk, which was really nice to meet him as well. But yeah, I think considering we've only known each other for maybe half a year or so, like not very long at all, they've become literally like angels in my life. Genuinely, they have helped me in so many different ways, you know, with being able to meet up with them again, as I mentioned, with the touch starvation. They've been giving me loads of hugs and cuddles and really trying to support me as much as possible. I mean, with Elise, I only realised that like a month or so ago that we've been talking, at least I think up to this point, it's been like 3 months of just talking every day. I think there's been a couple of days recently where we've kind of missed out, but that's crazy that like in such a short space of time we've basically been talking every day, which has been, it's been very overwhelming, but it's been also very very much a comfort to me. Sam let me stay at his house for like the Scare City weekend, cooking meals a lot as well, driving us out to places, which has been really, you know, something I've been really grateful for, really thankful for, and also giving me some lovely hugs as well. He's great with hugs, Sam. But also Elise as well has been, as I say, an absolute angel, just supporting me so much in the background, even when she shouldn't have had to. She's been doing so much for me, and I cannot thank her enough, genuinely. And Sam as well, but yeah, with Elise I've been talking to her a lot, and yeah, it's been really helping, and I'm hoping that I can help you as much in return as well. I think a big example of how much they've both helped is it was on the closing weekend of Oktoberfest when I did the Scarefest construction update video. And you may have noticed at the end of that video I included a bit of a video of some of the dancing at the end of the day. And normally I'm someone who is very uncomfortable with any of that stuff, with any kind of dancing or partying or anything like that. I think I've mentioned it in videos before. I think I mentioned it in actually the Towers Time Summer Festival, that yeah, I'm just not that type of person. But afterwards I always regret it, because I always feel like I feel left out, you know, but it's not because of anyone else, it's because I don't feel comfortable enough. And ironically, it makes me feel more kind of like the odd one out, because everyone else is partying and having a good time and I'm just awkwardly at the side doing nothing. But I told Elise this at one point, and I think she said at one point, oh, you know, we'll try and get you up dancing and stuff at one point. And so I remember, I think Sam tried initially to try and get me up there and, you know, try, and it didn't really work too well. But, you know, I think I went to go and stand near them. And then I remember Elise just took my hands and then just started dancing with me. And I think there's actually some footage in maybe like Mike and Stacey's vlog, or maybe the Joneses one. And it felt really uncomfortable, and something which I was really out of my comfort zone. But I was so fucking thankful for that, because I know I would have felt a lot worse if she hadn't done that. I think, again, it was part of the touch starvation, you know, part of the touch really helped, and just being able to focus on that. But genuinely, that is one of the best things I think that happened this year, just because it meant so much, and I felt incredibly overwhelmed after that. And I think it's the start and the first step into me trying to be more comfortable about that stuff, and trying to let loose a bit more and be a little bit less restrained. And it's just stuff like that genuinely, with both Elise and Sam, they have massively helped me out a lot with that. And you know, they are one of the biggest parts of why I managed to get through this year, to be honest. Like, I feel like I already had this kind of group of friends, this kind of support network, and as I say, they're almost like angels. They almost kind of fell from the heavens out of nowhere and managed to, you know, just help me, you know, give me that extra boost that I needed, really. And as I say, just with it all happening within such a short space of time, yeah, I think it just gives it that little bit of extra meaning in a way, which and I'm incredibly grateful to both of you. And yeah, I hope that we can have more adventures in the new year. You know, I miss you both. I miss everyone who I've mentioned here as well. And yeah, I hope we can all see each other again soon. But yeah, just massive. I cannot thank them enough. Because yeah, genuinely, just some of the times when I've talked to Elise, it's genuinely actually helped me out of feeling absolutely awful. Genuinely, with them and many other people who I've mentioned here, they have helped me get through this year, and I can't thank you all enough. So yeah, thanks for that. Whew, okay, so feeling a bit emotionally after that. But I think overall, watching through this channel update, I feel a little bit better. Like, I feel I'm in a bit of a better position. I feel like I know where I'm heading to. And I feel like at least I can feel a little bit more chipper in this video, which is good. And I think having the support network around me of all these people, you know, having Joe, Mike and Stace, Joneses, Chloe, Marley, Laura W, Donna, Elise and Sam, and anyone else I've forgotten, having them in my life has been helpful and managed to get me through, and I hope it does for the rest of 2025 as well. So anyway, after all that, oh god, we're on like 2 hours 42 minutes. I'm tired. I haven't even had lunch yet, and it's like 10 to 4 and I haven't had lunch. God damn it. So I'm probably just going to have tea tonight. Probably have a big tea. Going into the new year, what can you expect from my channel? More bullshit like this, probably. Live streams for gaming stuff. Hopefully going to more places. Hopefully going and doing more things. Hopefully the channel gets better. Hopefully I get less depressed. Hopefully I'll end this video at some point, but hopefully a bit more colour in my life as well. Just hopefully we can all have a good 2025 and nothing else shitty is going to happen. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we can have many more hugs, many more cuddles, and just many more days of joy. I don't know. But yeah, I'm tired now, as you might be able to tell. Not just tired from the video, but tired from the year in general. It's been a tiring year, hasn't it? Can we all agree on that 2024 has been tiring? 2023 was also tiring. Really, the last like 4 years has felt like a decade. Like, it's felt like a century. It's felt like 100 years. But anyway, so I don't know what video is going to be next. It's going to be whatever's in the new year. Maybe it'll be a Walton Files one. Maybe it'll be a place that I've gone to. I don't know. But until then, I will see you next time. Until 2025, I will see you next time. Bye.